Hey YouTube, this is Joey, aka the Wolf of Wall Street, with a video on my Twitch setup. A couple of people had asked how I was able to broadcast NHL '94 from the Sega Genesis onto the stream, and I'll go over how I was able to do that. So my Twitch consoles, so I have obviously Xbox One, PS4, but in terms of the retro, the NES, the Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, and the Genesis. The Super Nintendo was just a generic one you can get off of eBay for like $30 or $40. I never had one growing up. The rest of the consoles are all mine. My NES had to rebuild a couple times for the cartridge carrier that inevitably goes bad. So all the old consoles they're all plugged in, they're all wired, and they're all wired through an RCA switch box, which is underneath the Apple TV there. The output from that goes into an RCA to HDMI converter, and that does need a power source. The output from there goes into an HDMI 5 switch box, so it lets me hook up 5 HDMIs into one thing without having to constantly unplug and plug in wires. The output from that goes into an HDMI splitter, and that sends the signal to the TV and to the PC simultaneously. So with a couple pieces of hardware, you can have a bunch of things hooked up and not have to worry about moving wires or anything. Just hit a couple buttons and you're able to broadcast. In terms of the capture card, I use the HDMI USB from Magewell. Really simple card. A lot of people have talked about it. Given it some pretty good reviews. It's a plug and play device, which I like, so I don't want a lot of extra hardware or operating software with it. I just want the hardware. I use OBS broadcasting, so it's really easy to kind of set up. There's also not a lot of latency with the card either, so it's actually pretty sweet. In terms of audio, so I use the Blue Yeti microphone, USB microphone. In terms of capturing the audio from the Xbox, like party chat and whatnot, I use the Astro TR amp, and then the Astro 40 is my main gaming headset for the Xbox. In terms of PC and where I stream from, I usually stream from the television and use the MacBook and or iPad to kind of monitor the stream and whatnot. But I can also do it from the desk, and then there I have the option of either using the monitors themselves to play on, or just play from the TV and just kind of move the TV around. It's on a swivel mount. I do the Dell 34-inch widescreen monitors. Pretty sweet. I use them for work too. So my work requires a lot of monitor space, so those all work pretty well. And plus they have a lot of functionality in terms of different ports. The PC is hooked directly to the TV. In terms of sound system, I run Sonos in the office. So my Twitch stream was actually my office, so I don't have a dedicated stream room. So I have a couple of theater chairs. Makes it pretty nice to watch movies and sports and whatnot. Also have a couple of guest stations in my office. So on the right, usually find my brother, Big Bad Wolf, and on the left, usually find my friend Woody, aka Buckeyes, New Jersey. I also run a green screen, but I use one of the collapsible ones. They're really well made, and then it's nice that they can just kind of easily fold up and be tucked away, although didn't really tuck that one away. In terms of the rest of the office, or the rest of the lounge area, so I have another station here in the main living area, as well as another emergency station in the weight room for when people come over for a lot of gaming. Also have the office in the basement wired with Cat 6, and so I'll show you guys what that looks like. I have a network server. My utility room is pretty much trash, by the way, so it's on my list of things to kind of clean up. Got a lot of old games I gotta go through. So in terms of the network server, it's a pretty basic design, honestly. I did plan it for quite a while, though, because I wanted to make sure everything was going to work. But I do run the Aris 6183 cable modem, so that's got good performance for gaming. The Cat 6 wires all go from the patch down cable into a TP-Link 24 port gigabyte switch. It's an easy smart switch, so haven't had any problems with it. There was no software to really configure it, just kind of plug and play. Linksys 9200 router up top. I have cooling fans, but I haven't had to turn them on because it's been pretty nice and cool down here. In terms of internet for the rest of the house, I run hardwired access points, which come down from all the different stories into down here. So directly into the network server, so we don't have any network drop coverage anywhere in the house. But the gaming consoles all have their own Cat6 ports, so that makes it nice, and we're all able to run without a lot of packet loss and a lot of lag in the system. Anyway, that's my setup, and if anyone has any questions about anything, just drop by the stream, send me an email, or leave a comment. Thanks, bye.